Do you question whether the Fed is going to change its course when it comes to tapering? Is it still on track for December?
Look, I think it's still on track. Before Omicron, probably some chance the Fed would become more aggressive in its time frame. I think still some risk of that. What happens between now and the Fed meeting will ultimately determine, I think, whether the Fed takes that step forward or not.
There are some who argue that given all these concerns, policy normalization is going to be a key issue. Do you think the Fed needs to be more dovish in the process?
The Fed's been pretty dovish. We've had some very strong job numbers. The economy's done very, very well. The Fed's had inflation at 5%, a couple of monthly numbers well ahead of expectations, core inflation running consistent with the Fed's medium-term objectives. The money supply in the US is about 40% higher than it was before we started COVID. I think the Fed's been very dovish already. I think even a more aggressive time frame around scaling back QE, around tapering, still leaves the Fed very stimulatory.
The Fed funds futures market is pricing in a 31% chance of a 325 basis point hike next year. What are the odds of that happening now? Do you think it's been pushed back?
Look, it's at the margin, it's been pushed back. But again, I think over Omicron, all we are is very watchful. I think it's too early to be shifting views 9 months out or 12 months out. Our forecasts have 2 hikes by the Fed in the second half of next year. So the market pricing 3, I think, is perfectly reasonable. And I think that sort of scale of tightening is consistent with the evidence we have in front of us.